Well, the month of May is over, and we're in the month of June. So, of course, that means it's time for another mail call video where I show all of the things that I got in the mail throughout the month of May. So, as the great Tone Loc once said, let's do it.
Sanity runs in my family. Practically gallant.
Open your mind, talk to each brain. Don't act like you didn't know I'm insane. I'm a train wreck, dead him in your head. The dance of the dead months under your bed. Got no limits and got no lines. I'm over the edge and out.
Hey, all you drive-in mutants and pop culture junkies, you Gen X fans of all shapes, sizes, and ages. Welcome to Unconformed Media. I'm Jerry, and we're gonna kick this video off with, as usual, Remind Magazine. This month was a little different because this is what I got in the mail. It is all jacked up. It got wet, there's ink all over the front of it, but no worries, because as usual, if something gets damaged, they immediately ship me out a nice new one. And this one, as you can see there, is 100 years of Marilyn Monroe. We have multiple pinups in here. We have the Roadside Memories, the Camden Drive-In. That's awesome. Let me make sure you got to see that. The Camden Drive-In. That is awesome. I love the Roadside Memories articles. And more pinups of Marilyn. And everything in here is just Marilyn Monroe. We've got our usual puzzles and trivia, our classic TV guide, showing us where we can stream classic movies and television, and we've got people who either look like Marilyn Monroe or tried to look like Marilyn Monroe, like that was Anna Nicole Smith, if you didn't catch that. We have stuff about documentaries about Marilyn. We have Madonna over there doing her Material Girl thing. But this is the most interesting one in this issue for me. 1926 is the time capsule. Yeah, Calvin Coolidge was president. Yeah, we've got all kinds of stuff from the year 1926. Showing us all the pop culture events of that year, and then just more articles about Marilyn. Yeah, if you don't know anything about Remind Magazine, maybe you haven't been watching my videos, they're usually more versatile than that. There's a lot more variety. But this one is just about Marilyn. So let's go ahead and move on to... And I talked about that this was coming last month when I was talking about G.I. Joe, the series, A Real American Hero. I got the movie, G.I. Joe, the movie. I've already watched this one. Of course, as soon as I got it, I watched it. And I absolutely loved it. I'd never seen the movie before. As big a fan as I was when I was a kid, I never actually watched the movie. And staying in that vein of those cartoons from the 80s, we've got Transformers, the box set. This is absolutely awesome. I love it. Individual cases, as you could probably tell. Yeah, I've been enjoying that already. And then, finally, I picked up this. It is an anthology from, it is Amicus. It's an anthology from Amicus called From Beyond the Grave, from the Warner Archive Collection. If you've been watching, you know how much I love Warner Archive. So I've seen a lot of talk about this one, and I haven't seen it. Not that I remember. I probably have seen it, and I just don't remember it. But also, I decided to grab a bunch of stuff from Hamilton Book, because anytime I shop at a Hamilton Book, I'm going to buy a bunch of stuff. Since I got to pay shipping, I'm going to get as much out of it as I can find in there that I want. So this was a couple dollars. The Slasher, which I have seen before, and I enjoyed it. It's not great, but it's good. It's a good one, black and white from back in the day. It's from Kino. This release is from Kino Lorber. I actually saw it when Kino had a Kino Cult streaming service that I used to subscribe to. That was awesome. And then one day, all the movies just disappeared, and I sent them a message going, are you guys putting movies back on here? Because I'm not going to keep paying for this if there's nothing to watch. And they never responded to me, and then the whole thing just shut down and turned into a different streaming service. Anyway, moving on, I also, for a few dollars, picked up Summer Heat. That's one. You can see Lori Singer, Anthony Edwards. Yeah, this is one also from Kino Lorber that I've been meaning to pick up. I remember this one from back in the 80s. I believe it was the 80s, late 80s, early 90s, right in that period. It probably has a year on here, doesn't it? Yeah, 1987. And also School Spirit. I picked that one up. I don't remember. I think I got this one from, I don't remember if I got this from Hamilton Book or Amazon. But yeah, I had to have this one, another one I've been meaning to grab for a long time and just never got around to it. And the same story applies to this, which I know I got from Amazon. That is The Terror Within and The Terror Within 2 Scream Factory double feature Blu-ray. And if you haven't seen these movies and you're a horror fan, you're missing out. You got to check those out. And you can pick that up for a very fair price. This also I got for like $2 from Hamilton Book. The Psycho Legacy, the documentary. I haven't watched it yet. I popped it in, just took a look at all the special features on there, kind of browsed around a little bit. I'm looking forward to digging into that. I also have the Psycho 4K and the Psycho box set. I think it's called, The Story Continues or something like that. I've ordered those, so I'm waiting on those to get here. And one of the reasons that I was later getting this video out is because I was waiting on this to show up. The Flintstones 4K Steelbook. It's a Steelbook of the Flintstones movie in 4K, which is, here you can see the back of the Steelbook. There's Barney and Fred on the front. Yeah, I actually picked this up on Blu-ray not that long ago, just a few months back. And I was watching it and thinking, wow, this would look great as a 4K. And boom, it was right around the corner. Let's see. This one also came from Amazon. Finally, I got to this. It's my favorite of the Return to the Living Dead sequels. Return of the Living Dead Part 3 from Vestron. And I was surprised you can still get these with a slipcover. This one definitely came from Hamilton Book. I think I paid $3 for this one. And all of these are new. All the stuff from Hamilton Book's new. I thought that because they were so cheap, they were probably used. I thought it was like a used bookstore. No, it's all new, and they have boutique label stuff there for just great prices. so I like to pop in and see what they have every now and then. But this one, as I said, was a few dollars. The Wolf Cop Wolf Pack 2-film collection. I haven't seen another Wolf Cop, but I have seen Wolf Cop. I believe I watched that on the last drive-in with Joe Bob Briggs. Now I'm going to set this one aside and continue with the Hamilton book pickups. This one I think I paid like $4 for. Goosebumps. The Goosebumps movies. Both movies, 1 and 2, on Blu-ray. I have not seen these. I just thought, okay, might as well. It's a few bucks. Why not? And then I was surprised they had this. I hadn't seen it in there before. And I believe this was still plenty in stock. So if you're into those 80s comedies, especially starring Danny DeVito, this was actually, I believe, directed and maybe even written by Danny DeVito. It was definitely directed by him. No, it was written by 2 other guys. I'm not going to bother with the names because I never heard of them. But it's called The Ratings Game. And I loved this movie. I saw it on like HBO or Cinemax, Showtime, the movie channel, one of those, back in the day when it first hit cable. And yeah, I've already watched some of the special features on this. I watched a little bit of the movie just to refresh my memory. Basically, he's like a Jersey mob type guy, and he goes to Hollywood with a script and decides he's going to be a filmmaker. And I don't want to give any more of it away. That's enough. Danny DeVito is a connected guy, tough guy from Jersey, trying to be a filmmaker. That's enough of a selling point right there. And it is hilarious. It also stars Rhea Perlman. Now these, I picked both of these up for, I think, about 15 or 20 bucks at Hamilton Book. With slip covers, Sleepaway Camp 2 4K. And Sleepaway Camp 3 4K. Yeah, if you don't know anything about the Sleepaway Camp series, I don't know what to tell you. Watch the first one. Watch the first one. I don't know if we're ever going to get that on 4K. I do have the Blu-ray from Shout Factory, Scream Factory. It's something I picked up on VHS at a gas station way back, like probably 2000, right in there, 2000, maybe 2001. It was probably 2001. I was on my way back from a concert, myself and my roommate, and he stopped at some gas station, and, you know, we'd been getting free drinks all night because I was the manager for the band that was playing, and yeah. So I happened to spot Sleepaway Camp on Anchor Bay VHS release, just in a bargain bin, and I grabbed it. I didn't remember ever seeing that movie before, but I'd heard about it. So as soon as we got home, I popped it in and we watched it. And then if you don't know the ending, I'm not giving anything away. But yeah, it was one of those endings where I kept rewinding and pausing. Like, am I seeing what I thought I saw? and he's just sitting there staring straight ahead with his mouth hanging open. So, yeah, it was a fun night. And also, let's see, what else did I get from Hamilton? That I paid like $3 for. Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Great cast: Sarah Jessica Parker, Helen Hunt, Shannon Doherty. So just a fun 80s comedy. And I was surprised to find this one there. I don't remember how much I paid for it, but it was same as the Sleepaway Camp 4Ks. This was like 15 to 20 bucks. And that is Tales from the Dark Side, the movie. I was actually going to buy this from Amazon, and then I saw it for, it was at least 10, 15 bucks cheaper to get it from Hamilton Book. So I grabbed that. And this is a must-have for a horror fan. I don't know how it evaded me for so many years, but I was ecstatic to finally get it and be able to watch that in 4K. It's a great anthology, based, of course, on the series Tales from the Dark Side. The wraparound story's fantastic. It's just something you have to watch if you're a horror fan, if you're a Tales from the Dark Side fan. You definitely want to watch that if you haven't seen it. Now, these next two movies, I'm going to have to talk about just a little bit. This I pre-ordered from Amazon. I have been waiting on this for years, literally years, well over a decade. I have been waiting on this to come, and finally, The Dark Backward. If you don't know this movie, I don't know what to tell you. I cannot describe it. He's a failed comedian who grows a third arm out his back. Played by Judd Nelson. You got Bill Paxton, his completely insane and very gross best friend. Wayne Newton is his agent. James Caan, Rob Lowe. It's just, did I hold up the back? Yes, I did. But yeah, it's got some really good special features on there if you want to pause and check those out. But if you haven't seen that movie, if you like really weird, hilarious stuff, that was made just for you. And this one, this is loaded with nostalgia for me. This is a movie that I recorded off of one of the movie channels back in the mid-90s. I watched it so many times. Every time I had a friend come over, we were watching this movie. I had to show it to everyone I knew, and my friend Christy, who would come over routinely, we had our MST3K night, Mystery Science Theater 3000, if you don't know what that is. That would come on every weekend. I think it was Sunday night, really late. And we just had our regular date where that's what we did every week. And after we got through watching Mystery Science Theater at about 4 a.m., we would watch this. The Stoned Age. This came from Lionsgate Limited. It is a stoner comedy to beat all stoner comedies, in my personal opinion. There's fantastic special features on here. Some interviews with the guys currently. And it is, I don't know if it's currently, it may have been a few years back or something. But, you know, not from back then, from now. These guys were just kids when they made this movie. It is so hilarious. It's so good and so relatable. If you grew up in the if you were a teenager or young adult in the 90s, this movie is absolutely for you. You will be able to relate to every moment of it. You're going to see plenty of people, plenty of characters that are going to remind you of people you know. And that's for good and bad. You know, for better or for worse, you're going to recognize some characters in there that are going to look like people you knew back then. But high recommend The Stoned Age on Blu-ray. You can get it, as I said, at Lionsgate Limited. That's the only place you can get it. Now, to wrap up, I got some music. Let's start out with this one first. We'll save the best for last. I got the Wedding Singer soundtrack, packed with 80s goodness. It's a 90s movie. I actually saw that with my fiance at the time. She was my fiance. I think that was our Valentine's movie. No, it wasn't. Valentine's Day, our date was something about Mary. I don't remember when we went to see the wedding. It was right after it came out. I don't know what the occasion was or if there was one. But we saw that together, and I loved it. And the music is fantastic. And I'm big on soundtracks, as you're going to learn. Most of my music from the 80s were soundtracks. When I was buying cassettes and vinyls when I was a little kid, I was buying movie soundtracks. And I still have a bunch of CDs that I've accumulated over the years, some new, some still left over from the 90s. And this is one that I did not have. Dirty Dancing soundtrack. No matter what you think of the movie, I love the movie. But no matter what you think of the movie, the music is fantastic. If you like the, like the 50s and 60s style classic songs, you'll love that soundtrack. And then this one, again, this is another thing I have to say. I don't know why it took me so long to get this on CD, to upgrade from cassette, like I did Dirty Dancing soundtrack. Yeah, I had that on cassette since I was a kid. Finally, I got Def Leppard Hysteria, my favorite Def Leppard album. So many memories. Such great music. And finally, I have it on CD. And it looks like that's it. That's all I got for you in this one. This was the haul for the month of May, the entire thing. And I am already stacking things up for next month. The month of June is a big one. So I'm going to have a whole lot to show you in the next mail call video. But coming up this month, I do have some videos lined up. One of them, which will be coming up probably very soon, is about the real Ghostbusters. And I might have some helpful hints for anybody who's looking for a really good, maybe even definitive edition of the complete series. I have a theory, and I have some really good facts, real solid info to back those theories up. And yeah, that's about it for now. And I'll be talking to you soon again, because I already have some stuff lined up. I have thumbnails made and everything, so I'm ready to roll this month. For now, I'm going to bid you farewell, pop culture nerds. And remember, it's hip to be square, so corrode your conformity.